I was raped all night long, repeatedly, by this man and his partner. I was forced to have sex with one guy while being forced to look at the other guy masturbating. I was raped emotionally, I was raped psychologically and physically. And in the morning, they gave me 75 cents for a bus fare. This is where my story begins. My transformation, which began in 1997, there are profound reasons and deep meanings about my transformation and why I'm doing it. When I became HIV positive, I left the banking industry because of my illness. I told myself back then, I refuse to die looking like a human, because throughout my life, humans have treated me so badly, to the point where I'm being treated for PTSD right now, and I will be on psych meds for the rest of my life. I've had most of my teeth removed. I am in the process of doing a full body head to toe tattoo. My physical appearance, as offensive as it might be to some people, I'm okay with that, because that is part of the plan. This is my defense mechanism. I want people to not like me. Humans have been the biggest sources of my pain and anguish in my lifetime. And I decided at that time it was time for a change in my life. So I wanted to look something that wasn't human. And my transformation is not only mirrored after the pattern of the Western diamondback rattlesnake, it is a tribute, a dedication, an honor to my reptilian parents. And through the years, I have altered my appearance, my physical appearance, to resemble that of a reptilian, of a dragon, a serpent dragon in particular. Most modified transsexual in the world. I have 8 horns on my forehead. I have had my ears removed, my nose reshaped, most of my teeth removed. I've had the white part, the sclera of my eyeballs, permanently stained green. I've had my tongue bifurcated, my whole face is tattooed, and I have had some scarifications in my chin and branding on my chest and on my wrist. My transformation is, for me, the greatest journey of my lifetime. I was 18 years old, just out of high school. I ended up getting a job working at Transcontinental Trailways. We were let out at like 11:30 at night. And I remember calling my mom, and I said, well, okay, I'm done with work. Are you gonna come get me now? She said, no. I said, oh, I know what's happened. So you can't come get me because your husband doesn't let you. So I hung out outside the bus station, and this man approached me. He asked me what I was doing. I explained the situation to him. He goes, well, I live right across the street. If you would like, you can come spend the night at my place. And I said, okay. I trusted this man. I was raped all night long, repeatedly, by this man and his partner. I was forced to have sex with one guy while being forced to look at the other guy masturbating. I was raped emotionally, I was raped psychologically and physically. And in the morning, they gave me 75 cents for a bus fare. I'm sharing my story not because I'm dogging my parents and my grandparents for a horrible upbringing as a child, but that I hope that my story will help other people. Not only those who have gone through hard times, but people who have lost hope. I myself know what it's like to be at that point. The high school was some of my most amazing years of my childhood. I was in sports. I was football captain. I was basketball captain. I was track team captain. I was class favorite and class president 2 years. I was in plays. I was the best actor. And on my senior year, I was also the high school king. I was also openly gay my entire life. And pretty much the whole town and all of the school accepted me, except for the few bullies. There's always a few bullies who didn't accept me. I did get bullied from time to time, but I didn't let it stop me. Never hid the fact that I was openly gay. What people didn't know at school and what people didn't know in general is that life at home for me was totally the opposite. It was very dark, it was very lonely, it's very cold. I didn't have the love and support of family like I should have had. I was a loner pretty much, so my best friends were animals. I have a close affinity to all animals, but especially those that I grew up with and that we raised when I was a kid. You're so pretty. Because there's a lot of misunderstanding about what is involved and what it means to be a transsexual. And then further to that, something that I'm introducing into the world is the idea of transspeciesism. I consider myself to be not just human anymore, human and reptilian. So I am a trans species. I am the world's first and only trans species reptilian reptoid. And that is something that I want to open up about and talk about so the world can have a greater understanding of me or people like me. As far as my serpent dragon transformation, it has an even deeper meaning. It has to do with my son. From the time my son was just a little tyke, he loved anything that had dragons in them. So I'm becoming a dragon for my son.